So the world of French baking is somewhat of a mystery. There's a lot of secrets to uncover. Now, have we uncovered any of those secrets today? Well, no. Not really. But I did make a crepe cake.
So to start off our recipe, we're going to measure out our flour, and the amount of struggle I experienced while trying to open up this container is an excellent indicator of how this recipe will go. But we're going to measure out 2 cups of our flour and plop it into our blender. And yes, I'm using a blender today because we want to make our batter super duper smooth and have no lumps in it, because that is how we're going to get delicious crepes for our cake. Next, we are going to add in 2 cups of milk, and I would actually recommend pouring in the liquids first and then adding the flour. It makes the whole process go a lot smoother and it prevents clumping on the sides of the blender. So now we are going to add 4 eggs to our mixture. Just crack those in, make sure to splash everywhere. Get the rest of our eggs in and then wipe up all of the splatters that you made. To that, we're going to add in a 1/4 cup or a half stick of melted butter and about 20 to 30 grams of granulated sugar. Now we can just plop the lid on our blender and blend that for a little bit to make sure our mixture is smooth. Then we can just pour that into a bowl and cover it in plastic wrap to rest in our fridge for about an hour. After that hour is up, we can take it out of the fridge, remove the plastic wrap, and then we are ready to start making our crepes. Give it a little stir beforehand to make sure the mixture is completely homogeneous and that we can have a good smooth batter. So now we can just turn on our stove and heat up a medium-sized pan to about medium-high. So now we are going to lightly grease our pan and then pour a 1/4 cup of our batter onto the pan, and we'll just rotate the pan to spread the mixture around evenly. We want all of our crepes to be about the same size and same thickness. And then once your crepe has cooked for about a minute and the sides are starting to brown, you can loosen it from the pan and flip it over. And then we'll allow it to cook for about 30 seconds on the other side before it is done. Once it's done, you can remove it from the heat and put it on a plate to rest while you make the rest of the crepes. Now it's alright if you don't have perfect flipping technique like me, because a lot of your flips may look like this, or like this, or even like this, and you will still end up with a good crepe. Just kind of pick it up and plop it back in the pan. It's fine, it'll be perfect. So now once you have finished all of your crepes, you can take that plate and allow it to cool somewhere while we prepare our filling. So we're going to start off by putting a 1.5 sticks or 3/4 of a cup of softened butter into a bowl, and to that we're going to add 12 ounces or a cup of sweetened condensed milk. Yummy. And now we are going to beat that up until smooth. To this, we are going to add 1 package of cream cheese, and we'll beat that up again until the mixture is smooth. Now we are going to add 2 cups of whipping cream along with a couple teaspoons of vanilla extract into a bowl. Then we will quickly realize that the bowl is too small and transfer it into a bigger bowl, which we will then realize is also too small and transfer it into an even bigger bowl. And then we are going to beat up our whipping cream until it is nice and fluffy. So now we are going to take our whipped cream and thickums over here and add a little bit of our whipped cream to our mixture and just fold that up a little bit to get the mixtures used to each other. And then we can add the rest of our whipping cream and fold that together. We want to preserve as much of the air in the whipped cream as possible to make sure that our filling stays light and fluffy. So now we are going to get out our fancy schmancy cake stand and start assembling our cake. So we're going to put down our first crepe and put on about a spoonful of the mixture and then spread it out all the way to the edges. And you want this layer to be pretty thin, and then you'll lay on your second crepe, spread out more mixture, and just keep layering the crepes and the mixture like that until you have run out of your crepes in your mixture. So now I'll just put on the last layer of cream and set on our last crepe, and then we have it. We are done with our crepe cake, but not quite, because now you're going to cover it and allow it to set up in the fridge for 1 hour. Once your hour is up, if you're extra like me, you can take a little bit of granulated sugar and sprinkle it on the top, and then torch it with a blowtorch. Now, speaking from experience, you should know how to operate one of these before doing this. I had several problems.
This thing is disgusting. I hate it. I don't want it anymore.
Now we are just going to cut ourselves a lovely little slice of this cake to reveal all of our beautiful layers. So we made a crepe cake. Now this recipe definitely presented me with a lot of challenges, and I may never want to whip cream or see a blowtorch ever again, but I actually did end up with a really nice looking cake, and it was really delicious as well. So I would definitely recommend giving the recipe a try if you have the chance. With that being said, if you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like on it and sharing it with your friends. Also consider leaving a comment down below. I really enjoy reading them and hearing from you guys. Otherwise, thanks for watching, take care, and I will see you with a new recipe next week. Bye!